Hey, Kit Kat. Should we rename beavers China squirrels? Hi there, and you have found yourself at the Next 6 Minutes channel yet again. And yet again, I am filming this episode. Hi there, and welcome back to the Oh, man. Also, I find myself filming this again because apparently I'm unable to eat a hamburger properly. So, here I am with a shirt that is very difficult to find ketchup stains on. Hello, kitty. You come to visit? You come to visit, kitty? Okay. Well, we have ourselves a interesting handful of questions here, and I do remember how I answered most of them. Well, we find ourselves well, this isn't going to be too hard because I've answered all these questions already, so we'll get right to it, won't we? Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Greater Ajax asked the question, should we rename beavers vagina squirrels? Oh my gosh. Greater Ajax asked the question, should we rename beavers vagina squirrels? Well, it's a nutty idea, one we shouldn't squirrel away. Okay, I'm going to answer. Now I get to the questions that I've already answered, but, shit. He also asked the question, if beavers and vulva are both known as beavers, does that make people in pussy hats furries? Only if you don't try to pet them. Quill kind of... He asks, do you think people will be able to reconcile their political differences to work together and or form friendships again, regardless of their politics, or do you think this trend of people cutting wrong thinkers out of their lives will continue in order to preserve or to in order to And here we come to our inexplicable and obligatory Weebo Jones question. Quill also asks, also if people in pussy hats are furries, and if Weebo Jones has caught someone... Oh, so. Quill also asks, also if people in pussy hats are furries, and if Weebo Jones caught someone in a pussy hat, would that make Weebo a fur trapper? I suppose Oh my gosh. Dogs, 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 dogs. Dogs, 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 dogs. Dogs, 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 dogs. Dogs, 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 dogs. Well, it's currently around 5:30 in the morning, and it's supposed to be freezing rain right now, but I'm kind of unsure if that process is actually happening. Certainly behaving a little differently than the snow did last month. The droplets seem to be falling down a lot faster, and so they don't seem to be accumulating any significant manner as of right now. Things could change, of course, over the next hour or two, but as of right now, I'm not overly impressed with what's going on right now. Just encountering a big gust of wind here. It's getting a little nippy, so I'm going to step back inside. Okay, we're at about, I want to say 6:30 in the morning, and we are definitely getting freezing rain now. Getting quite a bit of it. It is noticeably building up on surfaces now. So much so that probably not be the greatest of ideas to try to walk down my front steps. Noticeably under my feet there is a crunching of ice. Let's see if I can get that sound here. That is certainly the sound of ice crunching under one's feet. Okay, we're at about 7:30 in the morning, and that is ice encasing that railing. And we have some icicleage all along the roof line there. All the plants probably have some sort of ice encasement. I'm gonna go check out my front porch here. Okay, just from the looks of this, I would assume that it is not a very good idea to try to walk down my front steps. Yeah, that is very, very slick. And that is very, very thick ice. I would not be shocked, overly shocked. The grounds guy came by in a little while and threw some sand on that. Okay, right now we have what I can only describe as sleet. It's a very icy material. It's falling from the sky right now and bouncing off the various surfaces and whatnot. Well, this is the first time in a very long time that I've seen the weather able to sustain ice the evening after an ice storm in the state of Texas, at least in my recent memory anyway. So totally familiar with the mechanism which that actually happens, but I believe it's a friction with the air and just a natural inclination or proclivity for water to evaporate. That the ice is actually acts as it's just kind of disappearing. Anyway, lo and behold, my front steps are still coated in ice. That's going to be a very interesting walk down when I go get my Netflix. So, yeah, you will forgive me for my fascination with all things snow, and there's a little bit of sleet right there in the crevasse between the step and the frame. So you'll forgive me my fascination with ice and all things cold weather. I know I got a bit of ribbing from my buddy Irving, who's a Canadian. He was fascinated with my fascination with ice and snow and so on and so forth. All right, I'm holding on to my rails for dear life. This ice is a little more melted, so it's a little more pitted. It has a bit more traction. I don't see the I don't see the yeah. Whoa. I don't see this as being very chances are I'm going to bust my ass on the last step. I don't see this as this is a very intelligent thing to do. Holy shit. Right now my car looks like it has been coated with a layer of hard crack sugar. Okay, if I were to get in and drive this thing, I would have to spend quite a bit of time getting this rather thick layer of ice off my windshield, and I quite frankly don't have the time for that. So I will certainly not venture forth in the vehicle today. I'll let it thaw off naturally. Alright. And I am going back up the steps. That's what one does when they want to return back to their apartment. As you notice, there was quite enough of a volume of sleet last night. It is collected in the cracks and crevices of the steps, as well as the tops of buildings, and so on and so forth. Close up of that. In a lot of ways, it resembles snow, but it's actually sleet. It's these little jewels of ice that are more like billiard balls and less like flakes. Whew. Oh, and by the way, my Netflix had not yet arrived. That sucks. So, anyway. Wow, it is so quiet out here. So quiet out here because it's so cold. It's in the 20s right now. I just wanted to, I don't know if the camera could do this justice. Yeah. It's like that entire edge is glazed in some sort of
sugary substance, but no, that is ice. It's cold. What's really cool about it is that the slow and steady, constant little wind that's coming through here, probably barely only about a mile or two an hour, but it's enough to have smoothed out that ice from what it would look like in the afternoon, which is very rough. So that's really, really fascinating. Anyway, my feet are going numb right now, so I'm going back in.
What? Oh. Oh, hello there, and welcome back to the Next 6 Minutes channel. Guess what? We're here in episode 7 of Sixy Answers. Guess what we have coming up? Hi there, and welcome back to this... Hi there, and welcome back to the Next 6 Minutes channel. And we're here... Well, hey there, and welcome back to the... Hi there. Hi there, and welcome back to the Next 6 Minutes channel. And we are here in episode 7 of Sixy Answers. Guess what we have in store for us now? Quill asks us a very long question, so bear with me. I won't be able to write it on screen, no. You're just going to have to listen to it really carefully when I read it. Damn, that's a question. Okay, here goes. Here's my opinion on the subject, and I'll try to be as brief as possible. But the thing is, I look at the as having control. Now, is it but the problem is I just don't know enough about the subject to really give you a good answer on that one. Quill asked the question, is 2018 going to look all... Okay. Quill asked the question, is 2018 going to look at all the insanity that came with 2017 and 2016 and say, hold my beer? I tend to look at every year, every incoming year, with guarded optimism. All right, one more time. I want to thank all my question askers this week. Thank you very much for your questions, and I apologize that I couldn't answer all of them as probably completely and as
Okay, it's about 10 till 5 a.m. here on Wednesday, January 31st, 2018, and I'd say we're about an hour off from the vent here. As you can see, there's no discoloration in the moon right now, and the thing that you'll observe right now is, of course, that it is very full, it is very large, and it is very bright. So it's something we can tell right now. You can also, if the clouds will get out of the way, you can make out features on the surface. Thank you, clouds. There's the darn thing. There we go. Good morning. Now, one thing I was afraid of that I didn't know if the zooming on my camera would be powerful enough, but you can actually see some features of the surface of the moon, and here come the clouds again.
Okay, it's about 6:45 a.m. Unfortunately, this is about as good as we're going to get as far as getting footage of this lunar eclipse. Largely because of the weather, there is heavy fog. I am in a parking lot trying to view this thing, and well, it's not really working out as well as I would have hoped. You know, perhaps if I had been here all along, I may have gotten a lot better footage of this, but unfortunately, this is the best I can give you, so sorry about that. If I had thought to do this earlier, I probably would have gotten a lot better footage than what I'm getting right now. As you can see, there is a little sliver of moon at the bottom, and sorry this is so shaky. I do have a tripod, but I don't want to set it up right now. This thing is pretty much already over, and by the time it does anything else significant, it's going to be below the horizon and I won't be able to see it. So yeah, sorry about that. I really would have liked to have seen this thing in its full glory, but it's not going to happen. Thank you, cloud cover. Thank you, buildings, and so on and so forth. And well, another couple hundred years and this happens again, I will surely be here if I'm not dead. So, over and out.